Morning, folks. We're here in the shop again today. We are going to be working on Barrett's ride, his mule. So we were out at Sicily Island, and Barrett
was trying to make a turn.
And his steering is pretty stiff on that mule. So he ended up rolling it.
Yeah,
Insert clip here.
Power down.
So we got the bright idea of going to the junkyard, pulling a Prius power steering rack, which they're electric, and we are gonna put the Prius power steering rack into his mule.
Okay. Oh, looks like it worked. Sweet.
Here is the power steering rack. It's got an electric motor on it. Pretty sure that it's gonna work really nicely. So we're gonna put this in his mule today.
All the research that I've done on these indicates that it's a 3-wire hookup. There's a control box. Where's it at? It's right here. So the control box, the plugs in there, and this wire plugs in here. And the beauty that a lot of guys are saying about the Prius in particular is that the box is separate from the columns, so you don't have to mount them together. Several of the other small cars that have a similar setup, the box is mounted right to the column, so it makes it a little more of a pain to wiggle it into the hole, but not undoable. But so we're gonna put power here, and then this one little black wire here goes to the ignition. And that's it.
That's it.
Pretty simple.
You mount it all up, and you'll have power steering at the end of the day. So at least that's what we're hoping for. We're gonna try it out.
And I'd really love to reuse my steering wheel off this rig, but because it's manual steering, it's a bigger steering wheel. The Toyota steering wheel's smaller, and we don't know, the splines may not even be close. So there's a good chance we'll be putting a Toyota steering wheel in this Kawasaki Mule.
All right, so I got the top of the steering wheel pulled, but now I got to get this bottom piece. This piece right here is wedged on there, so I got to get something to unwedge it, and then it'll slide up off the top. All right, let me see if a hammer will help me out. Oh, looky there, I got it off. All right, fellas, here's the old steering wheel. We're leaving it in one piece so that if all else fails, we can put it back together. I'll come back to you and we'll start mocking up this new one. That has to go into this hole right here. Where my fingers are. Hope you. Put this where I want it. Put this where I want it. Probably not. All right, Barrett, I need you for a minute. Sit down inside there. grab your steering wheel. If this was right there, stuck your steering wheel on, how is that?
That'd work.
Too high, too low, what you need?
No, that'd work.
Can it go lower?
I mean, it could, but you're getting closer to my knees.
Oh, okay.
I mean, if you tilt it up like that.
All right, well, I think we're gonna run into a small issue. If I put it there, we'll have to notch out a little bit of that box.
Yep.
For that motor.
Yep. Yeah, here's what it is.
Now we got it figured out where we want it. It's gonna sit in here like this. See, there's the bottom of the motor right here. There's a box that sits here, which we're probably gonna have to do a little knot for it, because that motor is gonna sit inside of the box, but there ain't nothing else we can do about it. So I'm gonna make a bracket and I'll come back and show y'all us welding it on. Alright, Barry, help. I don't know if you want to sit in there or what, but I need to tack that thing in there and then I can take it back out.
Okay.
So I've got
you get the bracket there.
bracket mounted. So what we want to do is hold it up. Oh, am I gonna be able to get into it? All right, let me tack it on the other side. Shit, I can't even see it. But I got it.
You did it blind?
I did it blind. All right, cool. Now I can take that out, weld it up, put it back in.
All right.
All right, guys, we got that tacked in place. So now I'm gonna remove it. I'm gonna fully weld the mount and then put it back in. And then we'll work on this shaft that goes between this steering column and his driver's shaft. So that's what we're gonna do. I don't think that's gonna go anywhere. All right, fellas, we're gonna let that cool for a minute so I don't burn my little piggies or my fingers, and we'll install it. Okay, guys, I got the mount welded on right here. So we're gonna see about installing this and then hooking up the shaft that goes underneath it. That's one. There it is. It's all finished up. Electronic power steering. You can see the box is mounted inside here. Mounted inside here. I had to cut a little bit of a hole because that's the back of the motor in this box. But I kind of enclosed it fairly decent. It's hidden from view most of the time.
Yep.
So this is what the underneath side looks like. It's all put back together, welded in. It's all wired up. We're fixing to go take it for a test drive. If you can see, the steering wheel it's fairly difficult to turn without the key on. But if you turn the key on and give it just a second, I'm not sure why you have to give it a second, but there it is, it unlocks and you can You can just steer it really nice. So I think that's definitely a win. I'm sure Barrett's gonna think that's a win.
Yeah.
We're gonna go take it for a rip, see how she does.
Oh, dude, getting in and out of it's way easier.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Good deal. Huh?
Dude,
That's good stuff.
that's nuts.
The headlights are.
Very, very bright.
All right, tell you what, turn around in the yard, go around that truck. I'll show you Lucas's little trail.
Okay. That way?
Yeah. Go that way.
Dude, this thing steers so freaking nice.
It's good. It's good stuff.
Oh yeah. Dude, that's awesome. Oh dude, it's a different machine.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You wanna drive it?
Yeah, I'll drive. Yeah, you need a light bar or something.
Yeah. Oh, don't die, baby. No.
That's a one-hand operation all day right there.
Oh yeah. Way better.
Have absolutely no problem now.
Yeah.
Yourself out of a steering bind.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Super, super cool. All right. So, to be fair, I stepped in and helped Matt a little bit. Just, you know, here, hold this while I bolt it up, or here, push the steering wheel into position while I'm, you know, and he worked on it a full
8-10 hours.
about 8 hours.
Yeah.
But while he was doing this, I'm over there working on the bed for his machine. Pretty much almost entirely by himself was able to install power steering in this rig in one day.
Yep. And I was taking my time, making sure I did it right, but yeah, it was not a bad deal.
I mean, I spent about 3 hours over the junkyard pulling it out. Of course, a big part of that was wandering around finding the vehicle that I wanted. I got it out, brought it over here. We ran to town, picked up a couple of parts, like we needed a fuse holder and a 60 amp fuse.
Yep.
And some heavy gauge wire. And then here we go. A day later, and we've got a machine with power steering, which is really, really neat.
And it's definitely one-hand operation capable now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you can steer it with one hand, which before this,
You could not.
this mule was a bear to steer. So I'm really happy with how it turned out. It worked out good, man. Worked out good.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching. We love y'all, and God bless.
Good night.